Hi everyone, it is Ruckus Day 11 and I am still on this wonderful journey in getting myself completely free from all of the ill and negative feelings that I have in regards to my mother's abandonment um, of me during the periods of her life where she was abusing drugs. And today I want to talk about, because it's kind of been heavy on my heart. I spend a lot more time thinking about this now that I'm in the midst of this ruckus than I think I've ever done at one continual time, which is definitely good because I get to get the things off my chest that I really have issues with. And so, back to what I'm going to talk about today is um, my issues with Mother's Day. It is probably one of the more difficult holidays for me because I don't, I haven't in a long time felt this abundance sense of warm fuzzies like, oh, it's Mother's Day, yay, like, oh, what am I going to get my mom? I actually have the opposite. It's more of a crap, it's Mother's Day. And I call my sister and I say, what should we get your mom for Mother's Day? And she says, I don't know, what do you want to get her? And I say, I don't know, what do you think we should get her? And, you know, sometimes we get her nothing. And the years where we get her nothing are the years where she has fallen off the wagon, so to speak. And so we don't get her anything those years. But then, last year we didn't get her anything because she was so, or it seemed, let me not say she was in such a matter-of-fact way, let me say, she seemed to be appreciative of our Mother's Day efforts the year prior. So what my sister and I did was plan to take her to her favorite restaurant, even though I am not on the West Coast and they are, and just my mom and my sister, and have brunch or lunch or whatever. And then after, or either before or after, actually I think the plan was first to take my mother to Mac to get a makeover and buy some makeup. I sent a gift card out there, and she just totally missed what we were trying to do because she's a stubborn woman and needed to do things her way rather than how we tried to plan and surprise her. And then she didn't use the thing till dang near a year later, and it was by force that she even used it. And so we kind of felt gypped in the deal because she's always like, it's Mother's Day, where's my Mother's Day gift? I'm your mother. And it's not hard for me to buy her a gift. What's hard for me is to express an appreciation beyond the fact that she gave me life. Because a mother is not just someone who gives you life. And I mean, by all means, yes, that is still a mother. But that doesn't define or create the bond that exists between a mother and their children. It's the mother being a parent, the mother being the true essence of what a mother is, that creates the bond and the appreciation that I think exists in normal parent to children relationships that doesn't exist in my relationship with my mom, which kind of sucks. But I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I haven't allowed myself to be vulnerable and trust her with the responsibility of allowing me to be dependent on her for whatever I need to be dependent on her for as a daughter. So it makes it difficult for me to even open my heart completely to her because she has broken my heart so many times. I remember another Mother's Day when I was still living in on the West Coast, and she happens to live not that far from me, and I decided to make her dinner and cook it and get stuff to make us blended drinks so that we could hang out. And I brought a movie over for us to watch, and I got there and she was higher than all freaking get out. And I was so pissed off. Like, she was in her room still getting dressed when I first arrived, so I was told by her boyfriend. And so I went in the kitchen to start unpacking the bag that I brought and start getting stuff ready. And she came out, and all I could do was shake my head in disgust. Like, really? And of course she denied it and denied it and denied it. And really, no. Sorry, lady. I know what you're like when you're high, and I couldn't deal, so I left. And bye-bye Mother's Day. So it seems like, there's nothing but negativity surrounding Mother's Day for me. Like, I think it harnesses, or not the day itself, but rather I harness all these negative feelings and backlash towards Mother's Day because she wasn't the mother I decided in my mind she was supposed to be, the mother that I needed her to be, and that because she wasn't, I missed out. And in that missing out, it wasn't just like, I don't mean like, oh, I missed out on my mom buying me stuff. No, I could care less about that. That's not now, or never has been, or never will be the kind of person that I am. But the time, learning the things and sharing the things that a daughter is supposed to grow up sharing with their mother. So hopefully I can start to get better about that as this journey continues, because I don't want to feel that way towards my mother. But it's hard when I read all of the holiday, the Mother's Day cards that say, oh, thank you for always being there and teaching me this and teaching me that. And nothing in me will allow me to buy a card that says that. And they all say that. They all say that. So I guess maybe I need to start making her my own cards like I used to once upon a time, when I was more in love with the idea that, my mom was my mom. And at that point she was around, though. She had like a 5-year stint. Maybe 5 years, maybe less. Maybe 3 or 4 years, where she was clean and sober and very supportive and played the role that a mom was supposed to be. And when she fell out of that role again, I think that's when it really crushed me, because I thought I didn't have to deal with that anymore. But thanks for joining me on RUHCUS Day 11. As always, you can not just find me on my YouTube channel, you can also find me at peachpitpropaganda.tumblr.com, and follow me on Twitter at P_CU3ED, which is P cubed. And thanks for tuning in. Also, RUHCUS Day 8, I think, there's no video, I think. But you'll find that on my Tumblr blog. Have a good night.